Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Easy from Strike First MagFed coming to you with an install video for the new Paintball Gateway Custom EMEC Hellfire valve. So the purpose of this little red piece right here that you can see is to turn your EMF or EMEC into a full auto capable marker. Other ways that people were doing that previously, they were cutting an O-ring here in the bolt. There's a possibility that could damage the equipment, so I wasn't a big fan of that, even though I did have it on my actual marker as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to run through what comes inside this little bag and then how to install it. So inside this bag, let's open it up real quick. So let's get a couple things in here. So let's start with this right here. So right here we have a safety delete and a light trigger spring. So both of these things are actually optional. They're just sent with the packaging for the first couple people that ordered them as an option in case that's what you want to have. So the safety delete, that will replace your safety completely and actually make it unusable. Me personally, I'm going to keep mine on. I like the way it works. And then you have the light trigger spring, like I said, optional as well. I do have the Inception's Designs Fang trigger in mind, so I'm going to keep the spring in that the way I like it. So we're just going to put these off to the side. A couple of things you're going to need before we get started. You're going to need some Planet Eclipse grease, and then you're going to just need your Allen key to take your bolt out. So taking a look at this, main differences, what you're going to notice in the switch, aside from the fact that it's red as opposed to the blue color that you're used to, all of these holes right here, there is about, I believe, 11 holes compared to much less that we'll see here in a second inside of our bolt. So does that cause the function to happen? Probably, but we'll test that out right now. So I'm going to just put that to the side real quick. Let's get our bolt out. So just as most EMF owners know, just take your back cap off, grab your Allen key, put it on in there. There we go. So we're just going to pull this guy out. Okay, it's your EMF bolt. Okay, so what we're going to do a couple things to this. Aside from greasing it back up, I greased it recently after a day of play, but we're going to just do it anyways again. So we're going to take this off, and remember, guys, these things just have to be hand tight. You don't have to crank them down. You don't have to damage the threads for these things for them to function. So this as well, hand tight. Just gonna unscrew it, and then what we're gonna do now, that's gonna give you right here, we're gonna put that all to the side. And then what you can do, you can stick a swab in here. I've seen people do a bunch of silly things, but we're just gonna stick our pinky in there. We're gonna take it out. So this one, you could tell, significantly less amount of holes in it compared to the Hellfire switch. So that just sits all the way in the back of your bolt. Real simple. So we're going to put this off to the side. What we're going to do now is we're going to grab our Hellfire switch, and then we're going to grab our Planet grease. We're going to grease this up real good. So just a little bit on your finger. Right on the O-rings. There we go. Just get it nice and covered. A little more grease is always better than a little less grease, especially for a new part like this. And the thing is, a lot of people don't even know about this switch. They don't really notice it when they're servicing their bolt, but it's there. So it's really simple install. You're just going to drop it into place where the other one was. It's going to give that a nice press. And then there it is. It's all there really is to it. And then you're just going to reassemble these things. So Start that. Remember, like I said, guys, hand tight. Doesn't have to be crazy. Just going to grab a little bit of grease since my hands were going all over. We're just going to grease this up. I'm about at the end of my grease right there. All the O-rings. Grease it on up. Okay. After you do that, just going to put that back on. Like I said, this has to be hand tight. You don't have to overkill this thing. You're going to end up damaging your threads if you do that. A little more Planet grease. Put that right at the top there. Okay. Alright, now we're just going to grab our EMF and stick her on back in there. It's a really simple install, guys, for a really cool mod. First batch went out. You can still order this at Paintball, Gateway, and Airsoft. The next batch ships out, I believe, October 2nd. So get yours in while it is available. It is a limited quantity. So just like that, guys. There's not really much more to it aside from that. Next video, we're going to show how it shoots. All right. Thank you.